Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Line Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We're here for another daily. Yesterday's daily was not very good. Yeah, I was like, when I saw Kate doing it yesterday, I was like, you can beat me on today's daily. I did really poorly. Apparently, in that first deal with the devil that I missed because I took damage on the burning basement, there was actually brimstone. Later, of course, we got Tammy's head. Could have had a Tammy's head brimstone run, but instead, boo. Can we talk about why Eve is holding her hands behind her head like she's lounging? It's not a lounge-worthy situation, my friend. We're fighting for our lives here. Right, of course there's no seed. This is the daily challenge for December 10th. 2015, in case you're watching this in the far-flung future of 2016 or beyond, and you know the videos will be here, so I assume that there is a chance that that could happen. This is a weird one. What do you think about that? You think we definitely want to get it. Why is my damage red to begin with here? That's not normal as Eve, is it? It feels like my damage is better than it should be. I can't remember if I took Eden's Blessing on like the last vanilla run I did, but I don't feel like that should cause it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna complain, I guess. Maybe that's a new change to Eve that I haven't seen because I haven't played as her since, I don't know, the most recent patch or something. I'm not gonna forget SMB Superfan. I just want to see if we get a bomb. Then if I get a bomb, I don't have to take damage to pick it up. But maybe it's better to take damage to pick it up. Yeah, I guess it didn't matter if we took damage. I mean, it matters for the damage penalty. We get to save our bomb now, and maybe have a chance to actually use that to get a Tinted Rock at some point. In fact, I'm going to be a little bit ballsy and try to find a second secret room here. Hilarious, I guess. I mean, we could hurt ourselves with the Razor Blade and then get a bunch of extra red hearts there. But I wonder, like, you do get points for picking up red hearts, but I'm pretty sure the damage penalty is much greater than the bonus for picking up the red hearts. Otherwise, I could just Razor Blade the shit out of myself in that room. Yo, Dead Bird, this is like your job. The one task you have on this mortal coil is to attack Ragman. If you could, you know, be so kind, that would be awesome. I appreciate the passive damage source, but at the same time, come on now. We could use Razor Blade to speed this up, but I'm, like, a little paranoid that maybe there's a chance I die on this fight if I Razor Blade once or twice, so let's just be, like, cautious instead. We get another HP upgrade. Like, this isn't really where you want to be as Eden, or sorry, as Eve, but it's where we are right now. Does this one really only go to Mom? Wow, okay, so, as is common for these, like, really, really short runs, our best course of action is going to be trying to get a shovel or an AWAS rune if we can swing it. Obviously, getting an early deal with the devil would be valuable there. In that context, I guess. The other thing we could try to do is maybe do the... Wow, we could have done that on the last floor. Now I'm, like, disappointed, especially because I've just ruined my deal with the devil chance again, twice over. But we could have tried to do the self-sacrifice room and gotten to the Mega Satan fight or something. We have to get hit 12 times. That might have actually been plausible to do at least, like, 6 or 7. On the last floor because of that second secret room, but it, you know, it was a little strange. I won't dispute that. Let's not worry about it too much and just figure out what the heck's going on in our boss fight first. This might be a great opportunity for us to end up in the Whore of Babylon state. Not have to worry about that stuff. I haven't really, like, I've looked at the mechanics as they've changed from the Whore of Babylon, or not Whore of Babylon, sorry, from the sacrifice rooms. But I haven't really thought about how to implement those on a regular basis to actually, like, you know, improve my standing on things like daily challenges. I was just like, well, why would I try to do this if I could still, you know, get like 6 or 7 extra floors out of it? No deal with the devil. I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is I want to do, like, all the floors and then self-sacrifice ourselves to Mega Satan if we can somehow do it, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. Like, if we sacrifice, get to Mega Satan, we get a bunch of extra points if we beat Mega Satan, which is a big if. Oh, man. That was terrible damage. But at the same time, we lose out on Boss Rush. We lose out on the Hush, which we probably wouldn't be able to do anyway, but I gotta admit, I've been slumping a little bit in Isaac. There was a period where I played pretty well by my own standards. Last 2 dailies, you know, I'm not very proud to have missed out on the first floor deal with the devil. I feel like the rooms we've encountered have been kind of difficult. I don't feel like I've just been throwing for, like, you know, no reason, just taking damage against, like, a neutral fly when, you know, the deal with the devil is on the line. But at the same time, that's not really a great excuse, is it? We may have missed out on Brimstone again, or, you know, we may have missed out on the shovel. We may have missed out on Deal with the Devil precedent in general. Man, this is a weird, second secret room setup here. I don't even know where to look for it. So I guess I'm just going to head down, and that'll be that. Not doing well so far, and on a very short run where your damage penalty is, sometimes the be-all, end-all. That scares me a little bit. These freaking bonies, man! Tiny room bonies. I also, would really, really like to get into the Whore of Babylon state, but not be at risk of death, and we're not really in the market for that. I will say, torn photo pickup, really, really useful, but I'm feeling like I'm kind of, you know, grasping at straws on this run already early. Well, the all stats up was good as well. That's probably why we had red tiers, unless we actually started with them, and I've forgotten. Don't want to put ourselves in the Whore of Babylon state with one Spirit Heart to back us up, I think, but that may be a mistake. Hourglass versus Razorblade, I will, but that's not really an amazing play either way. Well, let's, you know, I think part of the reason that you can kind of get stuck in a slump is because you believe that you're in a slump. You know, it's important to recognize it. Ooh, luck up. It's important to recognize it and try to work past it, but really it's like the Mega Satan Lilith runs, I think, have been taking it out of me, man. Like, having to have a very narrow set of victory conditions, I think has been a little destructive for my Isaac play. Let's not put too much focus on the ranking here. If we can just return to form slightly and have a good daily here, I'd be happy with myself, I think. I'd like to think that I would be, at least. Counterfeit Penny, solid pickup. And if we don't have a solid run, at least I can maybe throw out another Iggy Azalea parody or something like that, and there can be a small enduring legacy to this video. And I'm racking my brain right now, but we'll find it one day. Oh, that's not a secret room. Do I want to go to the shop? Well, I mean, probably. I have Counterfeit Penny. So we have a good chance. I really thought Glitch Baby would hit there. We have a chance to maybe get enough money to get in there, but we need at least a couple more pennies or a nickel and I guess some extra coins on top of that to drop to make it happen. Very easy trap room here. And even though we are fighting Gertie Jr., who is relatively difficult, we should find it pretty easy to not take red heart damage here. How long does Hourglass last? A little longer than I thought is the answer there. Hopefully we can get Glitch Baby to impart a status effect. Oh, there we go. Confusion. I believe Confusion and Fear for enemies that charge just makes them stand still, which is really useful for us, so... Got through that without getting hit. Deal with the Devil? Deal with the Devil. Okay, we'll take HP. Go to our Deal with the Devil. It's Krampus. I'm not super thrilled with that. I'm gonna use the Death card right here, even though it's not worth too much. We got 2 of diamonds and a key, actually, which makes our shop worthwhile, but, you know, you gotta admit, this run's looking a little, I wouldn't say sketchy, but a little dicey so far. You know what, I'd actually prefer to have, Krampus's head. It makes boss rush a lot easier because you can use it once every few waves. And we get Lump of Coal. Lump of Coal, not bad. It's not like I'm gonna say that this is a bad item. It's just not the, specific item we would have wanted. So we'll use our key here. Hope to get, something worthwhile. I mean, we can get extra coins with, yeah, let's do it. We can get extra coins with wooden nickels, so I'll take it. And it worked out right off the bat. Basically what I'm getting at is it'll pay for itself, and probably we can get extra consumables and actual items out of it from the shop, so why not? One thing we are doing really well with on this run is time. Like, we are way ahead of schedule. I don't really care about that. Enough to use the consumables to get it, but we're way ahead of schedule in terms of the actual time on this run. If we're hoping to get the boss rush, which of course we are. Of course it gets harder and harder to do that as the game goes on, you know. The further you get in, the harder it is to actually, you know, hit that 20-minute mark, depending on how you started. But for now, we're doing just fine. About a 2-minute head start. Secret rooms have been, like, really, really tough to gauge on this one so far. I don't even know where it is on this floor. If there even is one. I think maybe our second secret room, though, is here. If I had to guess, and I was indeed correct. 3 of the same pill. 3 speed ups, absolutely. This is a really good haul. We never have to worry. Tears down sucks. Explosive diarrhea is not too bad, but The tears down is like a real piss off, but the speed upgrades might actually be worth it. Now we can take stuff like lard, thunder thighs, not have to worry about the speed down that we get. Now, if those items never show up, of course, that's not really that big of a deal for us, I guess, but we also get the added benefit of just having the speed and probably not getting hit as much as a result. This would be a great floor to find a blood bank. This room will never not be harrowing. Not heroin, that's something completely different. But we just constantly have to be watching and, like, you know, referring to our World War II style artillery tables to figure out where the fuck these bombs are going to end up at any given moment. He's got to be done. Yeah, okay. And we're really kind of getting really lucky with wood and nickel so far. We're almost at, not the point where it's paid for itself, but at the point where we can buy another item as a result of having it. So it's doubtlessly like a good financial investment. The only question is whether or not it's worth the, you know, the time that we're investing in it. That was terrible damage. But I'm not getting too down on myself. Wood and nickel didn't work there. We got a spirit heart back. Might not even be called wooden nickel. I mean, it has a single penny on it, like a single cent icon. It could be wooden. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the item names. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. I don't know what the item's called. I just know the sound it makes when it gives me 1 to 2 cents per room. As it did right there. Okay, we do have an arcade, so although I'm not the hugest fan of taking an enormous damage penalty on a run that is as short as this, it would be really, really nice if we could get into the Whore of Babylon state. I don't know if I'd stick with I would probably stick with an IV bag. It's got similar financial functionality to the wooden nickel. But it also gives us the added benefit of getting in the Whore of Babylon state. You know what? I'm more interested in getting something from our Demon Judgment here. We'll go pretty hard on it. And I like this now. Because because Spun is in the game, I actually like getting syringes now. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to, where you're like, oh, the experimental treatment is like, there's literally no reason to take it. Now you're like, well, there's a +2 damage upgrade on the horizon somewhere. So I'm lucky that I have enough time to actually make this happen right here. But now we're in the Whore of Babylon state. Wheel of Fortune will explode next to a tinted rock or something to get as much value out of it as possible. Normally, I haven't been that into playing the arcades on these dailies, and it's been working out okay for me. This one, you know, it's costing us consumables, which are points. It's costing us time, which is points, but actually, the never-ending stores could be pretty solid here. Judgment again? Okay, I'll do it again, honestly. Even though we have never-ending stores, I'll give this guy a chance to work it out here. Yeah, I figured he would pay out, and we get HP that hopefully we can trade away later. I am going down to half heart just in case I accidentally pick up a half heart. I think it gives me a better way out than just holding on to one. It's a little riskier. We do have 2 bombs here, so we'll throw that down. And we got 2 items out of it, which is actually incredible. The only question is, do I actually want to take Fate, which gives me the ability to fly? And I think the answer, it gives me the ability to fly, but it also ruins Whore of Babylon state on the next floor. And honestly, I think the answer is yes. We take Fate if they'll actually give me some space to get it here. But we maybe play the Blood Bank so that we don't lose Whore of Babylon on the next floor, thus losing our Eternal Heart. I think it's the right course of action, honestly. But we do have to be out of this floor fairly quickly now. I've taken a little bit more than a little bit more time than I'd like to admit. Oh, this is just the worst damage, man. That's all right. We're back into this. I took that just so we can gamble a little bit more. Ooh, 23 cents. Okay. Yeah, we really have to get a move on. This was a little bit, I wouldn't say short-sighted, but we've been a little overindulgent in this section of the game. Please don't make me ruin Whore of Babylon. Thank you. Just a note, we deliberately lost that Eternal Heart, and then we get IV Bag, which is probably honestly what we want. Especially if we get points for using IV Bag that make it better than... Like, whenever we get hit with IV Bag, we're going to get a damage penalty. However, we'll get coins out of it, and we might get a bonus for having used our spacebar items. Some items do that. But I'm not gonna endeavor to use it too much, because I imagine our damage penalty is gonna be outrageous. What are we... Oh, we might as well. What are we hoping for now? Really, like... I hate to put all our eggs in this basket, but if we want to get an incredible score, we're gonna need to get a shovel or an Awaz rune. Awaz rune is probably more likely because you can get it from, you know, rune bag or maybe from our shop or something like that. But I'll take what I can get, basically. Robo Baby is good just because we have so many familiars that it kind of like, I mean, it gives an added benefit to BFF if we pick it up. And BFF shows up fairly frequently. We're probably more likely to get BFF based on the fact that, you know, we have never-ending shops. We are doing a lot of damage now as well, but we are slow. A little slower than I need to be right now, so I may make the executive decision to not actually continue on this floor and instead just go down to the next floor immediately. We're still going to be like a minute shy of, well, maybe not a minute, but like 35 seconds or so shy of where I'd like to be. So as much as I would love to take advantage of our never-ending shops, I also need to get a move on, because if I don't do boss rush, we are well and truly fucked for ranking in the top 1,000. Why not, right? Like, pick this up, go hard on it a little. We definitely lose more points than we gain every time, but then we get money back. I don't know. If we can break the game, maybe this is worth it somehow, but that's not really my my place most of the time. We'll see. One thing's for sure, I think we like making that decision to play the Blood Bank has had really nice repercussions for this run as a whole. As a result, we got Fate's Reward, which is okay. Again, I don't exactly know what Fate's Reward does. It's like it duplicates our shots sometimes. Oh, I didn't even, maybe, no, that was probably Glitch Baby that gave the status effect there. And Fate, of course, and the ability to fly is of course invaluable. Yeah, sure, Bear, just invite me to play Rocket League, no big deal. Curved Horn, probably the best trinket in the game. It's not like it's freaking like 1:41 p.m. on a Wednesday or a Tuesday. It's a Thursday. Okay, that doesn't really feed into my point any better. I can't play Rocket League with you, man. We gotta get some work done. I can see forever. Balls of Steel, great pills. Very happy we're able to replace Wooden Nickel and Counterfeit Penny in conjunction with one another, because you know they're a package deal if you can get them together. They did some great work for us, but I think we've got a better setup now, especially from a damage standpoint, being able to actually guarantee ourselves the Whore of Babylon setup, and also have Curved Horn, which is like another Whore of Babylon in and of itself. It's plus 2 damage. I used to know these things. They slip away sometimes. You squeeze some more information in the brain and, you know, old stuff pops out. Oh, okay. Isn't this how you break the game? This is where I start to eat shit for not knowing how to break the game. Lockdown, pretty shitty. Range up, that's fine. So I'm gonna be an idiot and re-roll D20. And the reason behind that is just because I don't understand how you use IV bag and D20 to break the game. But this is probably a good wake-up call that it's something I should consider in the future, you know? I know we have restocking shops as well. It's not like I made the conscious choice to get restocking shops. It just, oh, I shouldn't have even done that. It just showed up, so, I don't really feel an obligation to do it, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, I threw my coins away. It didn't work out. Let's move on. We've been to our item room? Yes. We've been to our shop? Yes. Alright. Blow this stuff up. Try to get an Awaz rune out of it if possible. Or a Joker card, maybe? No, I don't think that lets us skip. Not until the Womb 2, anyway. We need to find some way around it until then. 2 of Clubs will take us to 10 bombs. We need our... Well, we don't need it, but we would like our Strength card. Things are going to be real tight here. The Death's Touch pickup is awesome. But Boss Rush is not going to be a foregone conclusion. I mean, remember when I had so much time that I was bragging about it? I was like 2 minutes ahead of schedule. We're going to be, again, about 30 seconds behind schedule. And we were... I mean, we have a lot of damage on this floor. We were lucky to find a very quick floor, and unfortunately, I might have squandered it a little bit here. But we got to get a move on. But if we can do it, I think, you know, this is going to be a nice, like, very tightly packed daily that's actually just going to be fine for us. Like, we could rank relatively well as a result of this. But I don't think we're going to be... I don't think we're going to be in the running for, like, the top, you know, 200 or anything like that. Thank you. Maybe top 500, but I've squandered that first deal with the devil, so honestly, you know, I can't really come at this from a place of confidence. Normally you'd be like, well, like, I see that there were seams that I could have pulled on here, here, and here to get a better score, but because I don't know what was actually in those rooms to begin with, I'm not totally sure. 1 second. I'm back. It was just Kate at the door. My mistake. Oh, I've almost muted my microphone again. Testing, testing. We're good, we're good. Okay. Whew, sorry about the delay there. It happens. Kate was carrying too many groceries. That's alright. You might say, oh, scumbag NL, do some... Oh, it's another wooden nickel. Do some editing. As a result of Kate getting the groceries, I can make way more videos. I don't have to be there on the next grocery trip, and as a result, there's more content for everybody. Or maybe I can finally play Rocket League with Bear Taffy. Okay, we did find... That's a joke, by the way. Although it is fun. We did find our boss fight. It's not going to take us, you know, 2.5 minutes to beat Mom. So I do think it's worth coming back here and... Oh, I don't really want to do the mob trap room. We'll just try to find the item room, maybe. Maybe there's the shovel. There's the item room. We've already been to... No, we haven't been to the shop. Spun? We might have just gotten spun there. No, we need one more. Okay. Spun is so good because it's basically like its own damage upgrade on the same level as... Oh, we definitely don't need that. It's its own damage upgrade on the same level as like a curved horn. So I think now we'll probably try to book it back to the mom fight. We've seen basically everything we need to see here. We should pick up the consumables. I don't know. We're not gonna have like a huge score here, but it's gonna be okay. And basically just okay. I can live with it though. Yeah, the cats are being a little silly today. There was a chest back here we didn't open either, which had a smaller chest, which had a trinket. I don't want it. Okay. We got a minute to beat Mom. That's a pretty nice cushion, to be honest with you. We do have Poison Touch. We can walk into her on a regular basis and, you know, inflict basically no damage, but it's not so insignificant long term that it's not worth doing, I guess. You know, use them if you got them. Finished early. Okay, let's take the Polaroid because we can actually use that. Oh, snap! It's the shovel. The run has just reached the next level. Oh, we definitely want kidney stone. Yeah, so this run that I thought was actually, like, completely screwed is, like, totally going the distance now. I really don't, well, I wouldn't say the distance necessarily, but I really don't want to use our strength card because I worry that, you know, it would give us a nice damage bonus for this floor, but then ruins Whore of Babylon for every floor that comes after it until I can, you know, fix that. But I can't really fix that because I don't have IV bag anymore, so, you know, we're kind of stuck with our existing amount of damage. We could always shovel card out of boss rush if life gets, you know, in the way here, you know, if it becomes too difficult for us and we worry that we're actually going to die. But the extra spirit heart drops so far have been really nice. Kidney stone is a pretty solid pickup for us. What was our other option in the boss trap room? Because I'm trying to think, was it experimental treatment? If it was experimental treatment, I may well have been much better off taking that and getting the +2 damage from spun than just taking kidney stone, but... You know, kidney stone is a fun item in and of itself as well. I was waiting for Stain to pop up. God, the adversary and Stain wave is so annoying. There we go. The adversary's dead at least. As long as Stain pops up and does, like, not its best attack ever, that's fine. Another black card for us. This run is all of a sudden, you know, it has the potential to be amazing. Now, what I'm thinking is... Oh, okay, let's not take that much dumb damage. Yeah, no problem. What I'm thinking is, we probably... Whoa. What is this? Judgment. I'll throw it down here. We'll play it over the course of the room. Don't give me any HP, I don't want it, but some mapping might be nice. Extra bombs never hurt either. It might be... You gotta give me a second. I'm gonna close this door. It might be plausible that we are one of the few... We're like in the minority of people who actually managed to get the shovel, because maybe it's... Ooh, we don't want that. It's only because of our deals with the devil failing on the second floor that we even qualified for a deal with the devil on the mom fight. It may or may not actually be that case, but ooh, either way, there's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance that maybe our failed deal with the devil has worked out properly for us. I can't believe the shovel was just the one item on our deal with the devil. That is pretty unlikely. You know, probably like a 1 in 40 chance or something ridiculous like that. There are enemies, I'm assuming, at some point here. If I don't have to go over there, I'm gonna not. Okay, I probably should have to know who it actually was and not get hit 30 times. Kidney stone is done. We've taken way more damage than I'd like to admit here. I mean, the dark and dirty secret of this run right now is that I could totally pick up HP if I wanted to, if I thought I was gonna die, but I'd really prefer not to. And I'm also, like, the reason I'm not popping the shovel in the interest of getting, like, you know, black markets and stuff like that right now is because I don't trust myself to be able to throw the shovel down and not walk into the potential crawl spaces and stuff that it creates in the meantime. Brownies, no problem. And of course, we do still have to endeavor to get to the Hush fight in time. And the Hush fight is less of a product of your damage. That was amazing I didn't get hit there. Less of a product of your damage, more of a product of your HP. So, you know, I'm not feeling like 5 HP is really where we want to be with respect to that fight, but maybe? Maybe we can find a way to get Whore of Babylon working and have a lot of HP. The obvious, you know, possibility there is like, oh, I picked up HP. Well, at this point, we might as well pick up all of it. The obvious item that we can use to make that work is actually Guppy's paw, if we can swing it. We got to be getting close to being done here as well. Now it's like, you know, enjoy Whore of Babylon for this room because it's going away, but no other room for the rest of the run will be as difficult as this with the exception of maybe the Hush fight. And the Hush fight is basically as deep as we can go. I don't know if we can even get to the cathedral like this. Curse of the Tower, I'm not going to take. It's a little too risky. Tell you what. Pop this. It's a crawl space. Pop it again. Look at that. We could have screwed ourselves and been stuck with just this crawl space and a wiggle worm, which we don't want, even though it's kind of fun. But instead, we get to go down to the womb here. I'm re-energized. Now I think we have a great chance to rank. My damage penalty is going to be disgusting, but and I wouldn't even say that I played this run well, in particular. I think there's a lot of mistakes I made with reference specifically to making Whore of Babylon work. But here we are, and we're probably further than most other people got on this run, unless the shovel showed up for more people than I thought it would. A lot of people, I still think, you know, unless they specifically watch my content or thought about it independently, which is probably more likely. It's not like I'm the arbiter of this amazing shovel strategy. It's fairly commonsensical, I guess, but they may see the shovel and be like, why would I use the shovel? You know, I already have whatever the spacebar item they chose to roll with was, which was probably on paper a lot better, but we're gonna stick with the shovel and be happy about it for now. I'm hoping that I don't have to skip this entire floor, because I'd love to see what our deal with the devil is here, but that may not be plausible. The Judgment card is kind of an interesting beast, because I want to play it. I can't really do this whole floor over again. I mean, I could and then shovel out of it, but it's too much of a time risk, unfortunately. Yeah, let's get a move on here. We have to make some compromises. We took a long time on boss rush. Very poor play on that room, but that's okay. So Mr. Fred, the real problem with our run right now is going to be making sure we get through the next floor in time, because this floor was not really that much of a hassle because of the fact that we were definitely going to be able to use our shovel card. If it got to like 26 minutes, I could just shovel card out. We can't shovel card our way to the Hush fight, so we have to be there in that boss room in time. So without any mapping, that might be a little tricky. No deal with the devil. We got a Tears upgrade, I guess, and we'll head down to our next floor. Strength card, I'm definitely going to pop on the Hush fight. We have enough keys to open everything from the Hush fight. This is a good setup. Curse of the Maze is potentially catastrophic, but normally, you know, depending on how awesome your damage is, which ours is like borderline awesome right now. It's not bad. It's just like, unfortunately, not that incredible as a result of the fact that we lose Whore of Babylon on the regular. There we go. Come on. No tint. Oh, one tinted rock, actually. Small rock would go a long way towards making me feel better about our damage situation. Strength card is going to make Hush easy. Yeah, maybe we could be in the 30s, like 35,000 on this run somewhere. That would be actually surprising and awesome, but first things first, Guppy's Paw? Not Guppy's Paw. I'm not mad about a black card, but that is definitely not Guppy's Paw. I guess that would take us down to Shoal, which is actually kind of disappointing. But we should have, you know, when we beat Hush, we'll have the option to go up to the Cathedral. I know I go through this every single time we have the shovel, or an Awaz rune with blank card or something, but I don't think there's any way, even with the Polaroid, that we get from the Cathedral to the chest. I just, like, the door just doesn't open. The shovel maybe gives you a chance, but I don't think so. Alright, so again, shit damage penalty, which is 100% my own bad here, but it's going real well. And this is like, we've basically, the room before boss rush, we snatched like an amazing run from the jaws of kind of mediocrity, which I'm very stoked about. I am also using Kidney Stone terribly. I'll own up to that 100%. We gotta make sure that we're actually able to hit the vulnerable parts of the boss when we have that huge charge shot. Because it, like, quintuples your rate of fire or something ridiculous. Like, well, I don't really want to use it now. Because we're about to win, but sure. Where's my Hush fight? There's no Hush fight? I don't support this one bit. I guess... Where did I use the... I used the shovel back here? Maybe, like, in the... No. At least we can do Shoal. Yo, we can just always do 2 more rooms. Yes, hello!
Did Kit throw up on the carpet?
Yes. Kate is doing a move right now, which is her eyes rolling back in her head. Yeah, Tomo threw up on the carpet while she was gone. Yeah, I know. I don't know if they got into our secret cat Ipecac stash. Eating a bunch of bottle caps or something like that. I have no idea. That is probably some of the worst damage I've taken in a long time. I would like to stop with that. Are we going down to Shoal or going down to Shoal? Okay. Maybe you can get from Shoal to the dark room with the shovel somehow, but I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no. As is common with these, you know, runs where we're taking a very non-traditional path to whatever you would describe our endgame as. Success, maybe. It's kind of nebulous. I'm gonna try. Mostly, like, priority number 1 is being able to beat Mega Satan, or not Mega Satan, sorry, just regular Satan. Which honestly wouldn't even be an issue if I just played a little better on this run. But, you know, we got lucky that we got kind of like stellar conditions that give us a really nice chance to come back on this run and get a high score. Maybe I can use this to get my confidence back up a little bit. Like, losing on those Mega Satan runs has really eroded my confidence a little. I'm not ashamed to admit it, you know, we play a lot, we go through peaks and valleys. I'm not a professional athlete, and my midsection would give that away easily, but, you know, it's kind of like a similar thing in some ways. Mostly in the ways of, you know, being a fabulous celebrity who is looked up to the world over by the nation's youth and also their adults. You know, a modern-day hero, a living god, I'm joking, of course, but... I hope that came across well. Otherwise, I gotta lay it on a little thicker with that joke, and I don't even know if you can get a butter knife to spread that kind of thickness. You can put the butter in the microwave, the metaphor butter in this case, for several seconds to soften it up first. But you know, professional athletes, they go through slumps. You know, they have great weeks, they have bad seasons. They have great seasons, they have bad months. You know, it happens. I've been in a little bit of a slump maybe for like a few days, but I'm hoping it's just a small case of the yips and we can get ourselves out of it pretty easily. Please take a brimstone shot. No, that is the more dangerous attack by far. We're totally gonna win here. Like, we're gonna survive this fight. Which is honestly kind of impressive in and of itself, because this was only supposed to go to Mom. What's most impressive of all is just the fact that the shovel showed up in the first place. Or, like, literally the last place, if you want to get technical. Alright, Brain, I'm gonna need you to not dodge directly into enemies. That would be awesome. I'm just gonna go. Let's take the trophy, cut our losses. We're rank 101 right now. We didn't play well, but we're rank 101 because we got the shovel. And you know what? I'm gonna take that as, I'm gonna take that as it is. Thank you very much, game, for giving me the shovel. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.